Yes, we are back as the fanfare fades, because that's how good I am. Back again in Train Sim World 6, back again to look at another new route. And this time it's Stuttgart to Heilbronn, or maybe could it be Heilbronn to Stuttgart? No, I'll explain. It's definitely Stuttgart to Heilbronn. That's what we're going to be doing. For those watching on YouTube, hello. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get this route. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch. I don't know when this is going out on YouTube. Sometime in April 2028, probably. There'll be a link down there to the Discord server as well. I actually put my hands in the air then when that fanfare finished. I feel like I was on a roller coaster or just, in some big arena going, thank you, my audience. It's going to be one of those. Good evening to Trent, McBone, Colin, Magic Feet, The Round Knight, Nico, and Nigel. It's all that many people. See, you need to be watching this live first, watching on YouTube. That is where it's at. The music's starting again. Yes, new route time, which for those watching live releases tomorrow. Frankenbahn. Wasn't he the guy that created the thing with the bolts in the neck? Stuttgart to Heilbronn. Is it Heilbronn or Heilbronn? Heilbronn? Heilbronn. I've spelt that. Hang on. I just need to do it. I need to correct something. It's fine. That's fine. I didn't spell it wrong. Yes, so Stuttgart to Heilbronn. I got a space in there. Oh, this is going well, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. Professionalism. I've changed the stream title and now I did a space that it didn't need. There we go. Right, Stuttgart to Heilbronn. Oh, it's going to be one of those. So, there are a number of trains, because of layering, which seems to be a thing, a number of trains, if you've got a lot of other German routes, will appear in this. There's the 140, which seems to do freight only, from places to places. Some short routes, some long routes. You've got the Ice Baby, which is from Frankfurt Fulda, which only does a couple of little runs. We've got the 425 from Mannheim to Kaiserslautern, which does a couple of little runs. They've got the 423 from a couple of them that does a couple of intermediate runs and a couple of short shunts. The 628 from Niddertalbahn, which seems to do a couple of short runs. I do like a little one. This is the main train for this, though, which seems to only go from Stuttgart to Heilbronn. I can't seem to find anything where it comes back again. So, I haven't looked through them all. So, there's that one. There's the other version of it as well, which seems to go from Stuttgart to Heilbronn. Hi, Amy Lou. You've got the 766, which is again from multiple other routes that seems to do some short runs. The 111, which, well, that goes from Heilbronn to Stuttgart. Oh, hang on. We got one that's going the other way. Right. So, we have to be the 111 coming back then. Right. So, okay. So, it's the 111 coming back. Oh, it is. It's there. Oh, unless it's one of those that's got one at one end, one at the other end. Professionalism. And some other trains. Let's get going. I got bored of doing that. It's going to be a short stream. That perhaps Heilbronn is sulking because no one gets its name right. It's fine now. It's Heilbronn. And not Helibron, which is a bit like a helicopter. Let's do this one then. 9:03. For those watching on YouTube, you're going to be really confused because the date I'm streaming / recording this is the 8th of December. I don't know when it's going on YouTube. I can't remember. You'll find out when it goes on YouTube. There was a sale on. In the spring. No, it's not that far ahead. It's either late December or early January. I can't remember. Or hello, Copter, if you're Trent. There's an Effalump. It's Nico! Nico, what are you doing there? Okay. Right, let's turn the volume up. Reverse the handle in and into forward. Oh my god, that's lots of levers. Okay, can we open windows? Yes, we can. Okay. What side is the... So doors are on the left. Have we got some lights? Well, he's got a pantograph. Can we see where there's lights? There are the lights. Cab lights are off. Hang on. Signal lights, normal. Reduced. Why would you want them not normal? Desk light. Sifa. Doors. Okay, we'll go with red lights then. Train line power is on. What's this over here? No, well, is it a step change? Oh God, I hope not. You need power. And my pants up. Yeah, pants are up. Oh, so we're being pushed from behind with this one. No, that's train line power. Surely somewhere there's got to be some sort of light switch. You'd like to think, wouldn't you? We got signal lights, whether they're dim or bright. Hang on, what's this? Emergency power. We don't need that. I got the power. And we'll go down here. Wipers. We don't worry about lights. It's okay. It will be fine. What were you? Indicator. And we got indicators on this. See, I've always said we got to indicate left and right and stuff. Right. Ludwigsburg. Insert and set the brake key to on. What? Brake key's on.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug ERE nach Würzburg Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Okay. Oh God, it is. It's a step change. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The lights are red. We don't worry about that. Ignore that. Right. We'll see if we can find the light switch while we're on the way. Why are you moving? Oh, I've not touched the throttle. We still seem to be accelerating somewhat. Turn on safety systems. No. Okay, that was lucky. The speed limit increased and I've touched the throttle. This is luck more than anything else. So yeah, so we got the motors at the back, so we're being pushed. So that's the one we bring on the return journey. Is the 111. Hopefully that's not. I suppose that would be a step change because they have to communicate with each other. Communication let me down. Right, I'm going to have to risk more of the speed now. Oh, it's an ice baby. Ice baby. Okay, accelerating is still happening. Yeah, it's normal. You see, that's Sims and stuff travel. It just doesn't matter which way the lights are on. Train lights are pretty useless at night as well. Right, that's flat out now. So it's not exactly rapid. Hang on, it's because the throttle's on hold. Oh, okay. It's scaring me. The lights are on, but no one's home. Exactly. Right, I'm going to hold that there. 72s seems that's a fine speed, and we're slowing down now. Okay, no, we'll do the run-up thing. I can never get the hang of step changes. We're going uphill, are we? Oh yeah, we are. Running up that hill. Why don't you take the train? I don't know. Oh god, why can't they just put conventional throttle thing? Oh no, I've got to run it down. Right, we'll hold that there. It's dark. Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to murder you again. I will kill you with my candles and torch. No, I don't know where that one was going. Lights would help. There's no light switch. The light switch doesn't exist. What's this up here? Wiper. Why is there a big wiper lever? I've been round all the switches. There is no wiper switch. I heard something on the radio today. There are wiper switches. I know there are wiper switches. But no, what's you got a wiper lever thing up here? And then there's wiper switches. Where was that? That was down here. So why have you got a wiper lever? So you got redundancy built into the wiper switches. What's the grey box? What? What that? Indicator. Oh, we seem to be like accelerating still. I don't like that. Let's bring the power off. Oh, the light's behind. It's behind you. I know it's Panto season. There's a cupboard. Hang on. Why would it be over there? Why would you put it over there? It's okay, we're fine now. Seems to be a lot of tracks here. Some down there, some over there. Hang on, slowing down again. Hold me now. Am I now buttons? I remember seeing Ian Lavender at the Wyvern playing buttons. 26, you know. That's meant to be Hammond at the Wyvern. Yeah, that's where he's going to end up. Right, with 5 kilometres to go. We've got a minute to get there. We're not going to be on time, obviously. Because, you know, me, new route, etc, etc, etc. But I'm scared of the controls, so we don't want to go fiddling around too much. In reality, I should imagine these work quite well, because you're just notching up the power and then holding it, aren't you? So you're going between notching up and hold. That's all you're doing with your left. It does seem quite. So you got to operate that with your with your right hand. But that's the reverser. I suppose you've got a seefer in your left hand, haven't you? And then you've also got the brake with your right hand. Why was the direct brake on? Is that worrying? Was I driving with the brake on? It's fine. Now speed up. No, I'm scared. This is fine. This is fine. We're only 3 kilometers away. We've got to start braking soon. 3 kilometers is about a quarter of a mile. So we've got to think about the brakes. I don't know where we're going. Where are we going? Ludwigsburg, Bietigheim, Bissingen, Biesigheim, Kirchheim, Laufen, and Heilbronn. So a few stops. As a driver's posted part octopus. Well, there's a button down here. We can't say what he's pushing that with. Right, we're running up. Power is increasing. I can never get on with the step change on the British ones. There were 20 stations on the map. Not that I could see. I'll have a look at the map when we get to this this station thing. Right, 1.5k away. So he tells me I'm late. What? By the fact that I'm late? What was the giveaway? Me being late? Oh, it's a stupid train. And me driving. It's telling me off now for applying the brakes. I don't want to apply the power. I'm slowing down. We might be stopping a bit early. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. Yeah, there's wherever that train was going the other way, look. So that must be doing the stopping service. We must be just doing the full service. I have to try and find what that was. Have a look when we get to the other end in this. But I couldn't see it. Oh God. That's fine. We stopped. That's the important thing. Holy moly. Right. So we've made it to there. You can't really look on this map though, can you? We'll have a look at, when we get to the other end of this, we'll have a look at the route and see if there are how many stops there are. She can't really look on that map easily. Can she scroll around and... Okay, right. Break off. 7 kilometres. We're going to get some sort of announcement. Oh, yeah.
Herzlich willkommen im Zug ERE nach Würzburg Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Bietigheim-Bissingen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Right, so the doors will be on the left if we have actually make it to the next place. Right, 7. Let's see if we can run up the power thing. Come on, running up. Running up. Oh, running up at the power. Okay, that seems like there's too much of the running up now. Right, that's flat out. Oh, God. No, 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 no. God, this is complicated to drive. Like being on a roller coaster going through there. Okay, Bietigheim-Bissingen is next. Yeah, so there must be another train that does the full stopping service thing. So we need to find out what that is when we get to the other end. Because this only stops at, what, how many is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops. Yeah, so there must be a commutery train. We'll see if we can find it when we get there. If we make it there on time. Well, we're not going to be on time, obviously, if we make it there. So we're already late. Yeah, so we're being pushed by the thing at the back. So that then leads coming back the other way. Yeah, so we want to be stopping at those sorts of stops. No, I think it's new. It doesn't appear in any of the routes. The 111 does, the one at the other end, but not this. Because it's basically the end of some carriages, isn't it? You're late, Connor. 100 lines. I will not eat junk food. I was about to say, there's not many other trains on the route. So there's that. So that's a double-decker. The double-deckers, the double-deck. I can't see that doing a stopping service. We're just slightly speeding. Yeah, so we're not stopping at all these stations. Right, that's our quest when we get to the other end. Find the train that stops everywhere. Yeah, Connor's message got timed out. No, no. It's not how it works, Connor. Oh, God, we got an 80. More brakes. I actually cooked yesterday. I did a sausage and bean casserole. So I had some of that last night and had the remainder this evening. It was very nice. What train is this? Some German thing. An old German thing. Right, telling people at the doors on the left we're approaching our next station. It's very hissy. I think if you spend time with them, it'll be fine. You've just got to get used to how they work. And whether me using it on my levers, on my throttles, may not be the best idea. So yeah, that's the one going back the other way. So maybe if you're using controller or using keyboard, the step change thing might be easier to control. Ah, see, now I reckon that's the stopping service going the other way. Right, what are you? See if we can go into the exterior cam. Right. So what are you? I reckon that's the... Really? Have I missed a stop yet? Not yet. So you are a 423. Okay, so I remember that. So we want to be in a 423 coming back. I never miss a stop. I'm professionalism. This is up your street, this is. It's a bloody stupid step change thing. Yeah, Nico got it wrong. You have one job, Nico. Tomorrow, by the way, 404 train not recognised. New game tomorrow night. What's it called? Parisian Brasserie Simulator. So me running a brasserie in, well, Paris. Oh no, today's Monday. No, sorry, I thought today was Tuesday. Force of habit. No, tomorrow night, Train Sim World 6. I'm used to doing trains on a Tuesday. Oh dear, don't. Right, tomorrow night, Train Sim World 6. Wednesday night is the brasserie thing. Thursday night, I've got no idea, something. Friday night, we've got the coach convoy in ETS2. Really looking forward to that one. Saturday night is Repo. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then Sunday lunchtime, back on the farm. Anyone know any good streamers? No. You wait till Christmas, I'm going to be really confused as to what day of the week it is. Right, 4 kilometres to go. Look, do you honestly expect me to be professional? I can't remember what it's called. I have to look over at Steam. Remember what it's called. It's a new game. What's it called? Yeah, that thing. I'm not say Christmas. Me trying to remember what I'm streaming twice a day. I'm not going to have a clue what bloody game I'm doing. Why are we going so slow? I don't know. Let's try and put a bit more speed on. Oh, I watched the start of one of my videos again this morning that's going out at some point. Yeah, even I thought I was a dimwit. I get confused by the London Underground. I got the new red game right, Parisian Brasserie Simulator, but I forgot what day I was doing it. Yeah, so tomorrow night, something. I'm actually thinking Northern Transpennine. Tomorrow night. Could be a thing. There is a video coming on YouTube on Northern Transpennine. That's what made me think about it. Faster, not slower. That's what he said. Because you can't... Right, okay, let's try that as a speed thing then. 2 kilometres to go. We're going to be very late. It's supposed to be a 50-minute run. At this rate, we're not going to get to the end by the end of the stream. It's only around there. It's 2 kilometres away. It's okay. It's okay. See, if you're new to the streams and you're concerned about my mental health, it's fine. Well, it's not, but it's normal. Wait till Christmas and I spend 2 weeks on my own. I'll be sat here licking the walls. At least YouTube can fast forward. Or just... Well, you can stop watching, Nigel. It's quite simple. Right, at least we got the lights in the right colour this time on the front of the train. Why would you put the light switch over there? It just seems like where can we put the light switch? We will put some light switch somewhere that is not anywhere near the controls. All this space here, look. You can put it in there, up there, over on here somewhere. No, we'll put it over there. Right, door on the left, and Biesigheim is the next stop. If you're new and concerned about Steve's mental health, please call the Dogs Trust. I'd be like, just going to give you a little injection in the back of your neck. You might feel slightly sleepy. We sent Stevie off to live on a farm. It's for the best. Hey, we're only 3 minutes late. I'd call that efficient. Colour the equipment. What? Sorry, Trent having some sort of stroke now. It's the farm in the farm's in the Upside Down. I think that's where I'm living. I'm living in the Upside Down. I can't wait till Boxing Day. Right, let's do this. Professionalism now. Right, are we ready? I'm going to try it with my keys. Car keys. Now I'll try using the keys on the keyboard rather than use my throttle. It might work better for a step change. Yeah, that does actually work better. I'm still not going to be able to drive the train, obviously, but it works better. Right, power. Just probably takes a long time to come off the power. There you go. Right, throttle off. Okay, we've got this. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We're going to be totally 100% professional now. This is it. This is it. Well, when I said this is it, obviously, I mean now. At some point, we may actually get to grips with it. Maybe. Maybe a little bit, possibly, slightly. Probably you're driving with the throttle open, basically. Yeah, just when we come into the last bit of this, it'd be like, okay, yeah, I finally worked it out. Right, throttle off. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to control with the keys rather than using my throttly thing. Thankfully, it hasn't got the speed limit things flashing because they're on the dash. Look, 55, 70 and 85. Right, we're down by the river. That's quite wivery. I should put L plates on the back of the train so that you know. They do it on buses, didn't they? Yeah, trainee bus driver and all that. Don't get it on the back of trains, do you? Right, we should be arriving in Kirchheim. Yeah, when you're out driver training, yeah, because they put a seat in the middle of the bus as well, don't they? For the examiner or instructor, and they have extra sets of mirrors positioned so that they can see. That's what I had when I was doing mine. No, don't stop yet. It makes a lot of noise. Yeah, and a foot brake. It's fine. We've made it this far. So we've only got Laufen, and we've got 2 stops to go. Although we are going to be late. Only by a couple of minutes, though. I thought I might be later than this. Yeah, we'll see if we can find whatever it is that's doing the stopping, full. I'm guessing it is going to be. Let's see. I wonder if it's one of those that's split. So there might not be one train that does the whole thing. Right, let's get going. Okay, that was definitely a jerky departure. Passengers are like, what the hell's going on here?
Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Laufen, Württemberg, Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Right, yeah, that wasn't the best of starts for a station. Right, let's get going. It's trying to work out what notch basically gives you what speed. Like, if once you got that in your head, so if you know, if notch like 10, or does it work? I think it works like that. If you knew taking it to a certain notch would limit the train to a certain speed, you could manage it quite happily, but it doesn't. Tunnel! CC. Cruise control. I've always seen closed captions. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But why would I have closed captions? I was looking at German websites today. Ended up on a website for a German supermarket, which is quite weird. First of all, trying to navigate around it in German. Obviously, I'm fluent in German, so that was easy. And then just for, for simple sake, I did the translate to English thing. I think it could be quite an interesting supermarket to wander around. We're looking for somewhere to park in Wuppertal, and found a supermarket car park that's got a park and ride linked onto it, that's free parking. I thought, oh, handy, park there, wander into the supermarket. Also seen as they had toilets in the supermarket, because, unless they charge you like they do in Brussels. Oh God, brakes. It's fine, I wasn't panicking. We haven't seen many trains come the other way. We've seen a couple initially. Yes, we did make that comment to Pat that he'd just go and put money in a parking meter. So I then said that I identified as a parking meter. With my special slot. He said, do I take cards? I said, yeah, I've got a special slot. Done. We've arrived in Laufen. So we've only got one stop to go then before we get to the end of the line. And we will see if we can find something on the way back that stops at more places. Minimum payment of tenner. Right. Yeah, Heilbronn, 8.7k. Right, can we get a smoother start now?
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug EAC nach Würzburg Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Heilbronn Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg und Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Yeah, next station, Heilbronn Hauptbahnhof. Right, let's go. 8.5k. So yeah, not very long route this one. 51k I think it was. It's about 50 minutes in this. Or if you're me, about 55. That seems alright. What if I can shut? Uh-oh. Okay. Have I seen or found anyone handsome yet? Sorry? No, that's an over Christmas thing. So I don't think this links up with any other German route. Is anything else going to Heilbronn or Stuttgart? I don't know if we have got anything else going from either of those. Again, me being the professional, you'd think I'd have checked. Hang on, we got temporary LWD. Welcome. Temporary speed limit here of 70. That was a temporary. Back there. There was a temporary speed limit. You're last seen playing Train Sim World 6. Yeah, I don't play that. Not at all. Don't do it. I'm gonna think I'm mental. Thankfully, no one from Dovetail watches my streams, because they'd be like, "What the hell is this guy on?" It's very rivery. Down by the river. Yeah, we saw those couple of trains coming the other way initially. Hasn't been much since. Alright, let's give it a few more of the beans. I am late. What'd you expect? Yeah, we'll have to go for all the services then and see what there is that goes the other way. I don't think there's going to be one that does all the stopping services. I reckon there might be one that comes from either end. So there might be two stopping services that meet in the middle. We will have a look. It's certainly harder to control speed with these step changes. Because you can't get a judge of how much you need. And literally, it's so loud. I got my volume virtually off. The windows are closed. It might need the volume of the train reducing down a bit, especially as we're not even at the powered end or at the other end. I've driven 46.3 kilometers. Woohoo! Go me! You wouldn't need ear defense. I think it's an overall volume thing. So I never have to have the volume this low. Yeah, we're supposed to be there now. We've got 4 kilometres to go. We'll be a few minutes late. Considering it's my first time. And all that jazz. What was that from? That was from Hairspray. Never seen Hairspray. I like the Good Morning Baltimore. I might like to watch that. Fancy having a camp night. Typical Deutsche Bahn being delayed. That was also one of the reasons why when we're going camping. One of the reasons why we ended up not doing the train to Wuppertal. And why we've gone down the car hire route, because you just, even with like a 30-minute connection on the train, you just couldn't trust that you'd make the connection. And at like sort of 70 quid each for the train just on the Saturday to get from Brussels to Wuppertal and back. Well, then we're going to Amsterdam on the Sunday for like 200 quid, okay, without fuel. We've hired a car. And it gives you the freedom. Freedom! Right. So yeah, although I'd like to go on the German train system, you want to do it when you're not in a hurry. Freedom to drive back to the UK. I think the hire car company would have something to say about that. I watched a video last night. I was going to post it to Discord, but no one cares. Guy in an 07 plate diesel Volvo C30 with engine problems, or engine light on, driving from Worcester in the UK to Antalya in Turkey. 2,500 miles, and he did it in 3 days. And some of the border crossings he went through, one of them he went through at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and there was literally nobody there. He just drove through, and there was some really creepy roads and stuff he was on. Part of me was thinking, fair play. Part of me is also thinking, would I trust a car that old? The car did it. It was doing 100 mile an hour plus at some points. Made it there with no problems at all. So yeah, if my car was slightly newer, then yeah, I wouldn't have been doing the whole Eurostar to Brussels and then hiring a car. I would have just taken my car. Right, there we go. That was a 4-line run then, from one end to the other end. It was a brilliant watch. It was like an hour and 5 minutes. It was a really interesting watch. And I thought, I might have a look and see what else this guy does. A lot of the other videos he does, I'm not going to say a trolley, but just aren't that. And so I was like, I'm not subscribing then. Right, so that was Stuttgart to Heilbronn. Now, we'll see if we can find whatever the stopping services are. So that's that. So the 425 goes from Bissingen to Stuttgart. So that goes Stuttgart to Beitheim Bissingen. So that's 20 minutes. The 423. That's this one. That's... Yeah, that's that one. So that goes Stuttgart. That goes like halfway then. And what you want then is something going from there, carrying on. That does the same thing. So what? To West Heilbronn. Hang on, that goes from Bissingen to Korn West. That's freight. So can you not make the return journey then? So you can get from Stuttgart to Beitheim Bissingen. That's fine, but then you're stranded. There's nothing going from Heilbronn. That's the 423. No, so there's nothing going from Heilbronn the other way as a stopping service. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon? It's evening, but close enough. Hello. Yeah. That's the 111. So that's the one that does the 4 return run. It's afternoon in Chicago. Wait, it's not afternoon here. Your clock's wrong. Readjust your clock. I said clock with an L. Heilbronn to Stuttgart. So you can't... 101? Room 101. No. Yeah, so you can't go all the way back. Okay, I know what we'll do. Let's take the 423 from Stuttgart to Bissingen. No, other way around. And then see what happens when we get there. We see, can we get back to Heilbronn? Let's do that. Let's leave Stuttgart. And see if we can get to Heilbronn. Because we'll get to Heilbronn and be able to look at the boards to see what else is coming in. Right. I'll give it some volume now. There we go. Right, shove my thing in. Shove it forward. Unlock the doors. Right, passenger lights on. Headlights, high beam. Okay. That's underground. So where are we? So we're going Stuttgart, Nordbahnhof, Stuttgart, Freubach, Stuttgart, Zuffenhausen, Korn West, Ludwigsburg, Asberg, Tam, and Bissingen. Okay, so a few stops. Oh, locked doors. Right, how many levers have we got? Are we just single-handed operation? I think we might be. Stop at Stuttgart Nordbahnhof. Are we going to go? Yes, we are. Right, let's see what happens this time then. That's a noise. God, this reminds me of Subway Sim. Right. See, I can control this, being a professional and all that. What do you mean lies? I am professional. Look, see? Being professional. Profiteroles. I like a profiterole. Oh God. Where's Neil? Over there. I should really buy myself some like Christmassy food for Christmas. I probably won't. Like a nice cheesecake. Ah. I wonder if this is like as far as the regional services go from Stuttgart. So I wonder if that's why it only goes Stuttgart to there. And the only way you can get to Heilbronn is on the distance services. Yeah, I've really got to lose some weight. That's my thing for next year. I'm not going to do the whole joining a gym thing, but getting out of the house more and doing more walking. Well, there's going to be a bit of walking when we go to London a week on Saturday. Going down to the New Forest to do some wandering. I want to go down to the South Sea, so I've got to work out which stream I can remove from the Christmas schedule to be able to go down to the South Sea. Uh-oh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, it sounds fine. I wasn't panicking. Yes, camera collision. Stop it. Late as normal. Look, you're going to give me one station to get used to the acceleration of the train and stuff. The next one, perfect. I won't make up the time, but, you know. Go. I've done this train before. Shh. Duck, shut up. At least it's got proper controls. See, it's done a full line run in this. Yeah, I'm liking the route. I like a commuter route anyway. So the fact that we've gone to a more stopping service on this bit makes it more interesting. I do need to look at some more of the German stuff, because some of them I just never do, because I'm just drawn to the UK stuff. Well, the American stuff, actually. I haven't done the... oh, God. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. It's fine. I was you can go, the next one's only 1.4 kilometers away. It's okay. Normal service is resumed. Okay, look, I wasn't used to the brakes. This one, fine. This one's going to be perfect. It will be. Perfect. Absolutely. I'm going to nail this. New viewers, welcome. Yeah. I have to grab the thing and shove it backwards and forwards. It's difficult. I think even when our ex-comrade came here, he ended up using an Xbox controller instead of using the throttles. It's too difficult, see? That's fine. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed that. Perfect. What we can actually do is the Funky Gibbon. No. We'll have a look and see what the next train is going back the other way. Stuttgart. 9:14. But we don't know if that's going to be the same thing that we were in on the way down, or whether that's going to be a stopping service. Any boarders? You can have a quick look. Why are you sat? Okay, seems weird. Oh, I've got a door. Oh, is this first class? Very posh. Oh, pillock with a ponytail. No, we appear to be... Oh no, Baldy! It's fine, we'll run back now. Hi, Rogue Squadron. Shut that door. Okay. Right, lock doors. There's a 423. Right, yeah, I've got to say instantly I prefer this to the other one. I like a stopping service. Right, bit of a run now. See, proper controls. Which means we might have to take the same train. Or we could just do the return back into Stuttgart. Oh look, we'll see what's leaving when we get there. Oh god, no. PZB, no, no. And CIFA, no, no, no. No, no. So, someone we had in the community tried to explain the German signalling system to me once. Just, no. Who now spends time in Germany. Wants to be a German. I don't know if we're going to be at 70 for the temporary. Close enough. Right, power. Yeah, I'm glad they're bringing out more routes. We've been told this is the last DLC before Christmas, which isn't surprising really, considering we've only got, what, 3 weeks? I should imagine we'll have something new in January. Right, braking. A DLC, yeah. I think I've bloody loads of cars on it there. Yeah, so I reckon this is like the outer limits of where the commuter stuff goes from Stuttgart. Where this route goes to. Hey, we're only 30 seconds late. That's pretty good. That's pretty much on. That's within the minute that we're supposed to arrive. I would call that on time. Therefore, perfect. I am and professional. And you doubted me all this time. You doubted me. Right, Ludwigsburg is next. We are not worthy. Kneel before me. Who's Neil? Nice guy. He's coming round after the stream. Yeah, so I reckon the only way you can get to Heilbronn is on that long run, but we can get halfway on this. But this then only goes back to Stuttgart, so you can't get from where this ends up, which is wherever it was, Bietheim Bissingen. You can't get from there to Heilbronn. Yeah, you know, Uber or bus or something. Oh, we have a 90. Slowly in. Tomorrow, by the way, more... See, I nearly said it. More Train Sim World 6. I think I'm going to do some Northern Trans-Pennine. I kind of worked out, sort of, how to do the manual gear change thing in the 101. So, might do a bit of that tomorrow. Because that's about an hour and a half run as well. And then Wednesday is a new game, Parisian Brasserie Simulator, which has a multiplayer aspect to it. But I'm doing it single player on Wednesday because it's one of those that, well, until we know if it's any good, it's not worth other people investing in it to join me. Thursday night, something multiplayer, but don't know what yet. Friday night, oh God. Friday night, we've got our coach convoy in ETS2. Which I'm really looking forward to. And Saturday night, it's some more repo. Hang on, what are you? Was that the same one we were in? That looked different. Was that the same thing we were in? No, that's more modern. What's that? Why have you not got a number on? Okay, we need to find what that is. Right, lock doors. It's a train. I know that. Yes, Trent. It's a thing with wheels. Thanks, Trent. It's electric. Yep, useful. You guys are good, aren't you? No, I am not a number. It was again, thanks. Yep, yeah. Someone says it's Deutsche Bahn. I think it's talking about the colour of the train, Nico. It was red. See, I can control the speed easier now with this, you know, easier control thing rather than a stupid steppy thing. It's German. Yeah, again, handy. Yeah, again, it's all useful information. None of you are telling me what, you know, what model of train it is, though, which is, you know, kind of the important bit. It had a professional driver. This one's got one of those. What are you implying? It's a class. No, that's a tractor. Useful again. No one wanted to get off here, right? No one did they? I haven't a clue. I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. Look, they sneak up on you, these stations. 1 minute you're fine, the next thing in it, there's a station. Yeah, YouTube would have been gone an hour ago. They do. 1 minute it's like 2 kilometers away, and then it's like it's 100 meters away. You're too late to do the application of the brakes thing by then. They just sneak up on you. What? You know, they hide behind lampposts and trees and things. Narake. Okay. I'll say narake. Yeah, plus the brakes aren't very good on this. At least we're on time now. They are. Look. Have you driven this route? No. You can't. You don't know the fact that they were hiding. We stopped at this one. Tam. First name Tim. That guy was obviously new. He knew how to drive that. Or he just had the throttle wide open. He'll panic as he comes to the next station. We've only got one to go, I think. Right, lock doors. Okay, we need to stop at this last one because we don't go any further. And then we've got to see what the next service is from here, going to Heilbronn. So you want to carry on going in the direction we're going. Which means probably that service that's just overtaken us is the one that we want to get to Heilbronn. Or we have to turn around and go back to Stuttgart. It's a shame there isn't another stopping service. Right, 2 kilometres. We've got an 80, then we've got a 30 that's coming into the platform. We'll do the slow lean for the 80. Yeah, so that double-decker one's going the other way. See how observant I am? Right, we've got to stop at this station. We can't not. There's a lot of lines. This like could be quite a major station. I can't remember it on the way through. Yes. The Royal We. It's a long platform. Right, there's a couple of trains in. Well, that one to the right is the one that just came flying past us. So I think that's going the same way. But that's going to be the same way so we're just repeating the same direction, aren't we? Right. So if I unlock the doors and get out. Oh, hang on. God mode isn't working. Damn it! I haven't got God mode. I can't relinquish the service. Right, let's return to free roam. And now get out. Damn it! Okay. That's going to Stuttgart. That's going back the other way. That's the one we wanted. It's that one over there. Right, so we want a train to Heilbronn. Karlsruhe. 9:38. That's... I don't know if that's going to go where we want it to go. Okay. So is there anything on the platforms over here then that's going to go to Heilbronn? Let's have a look. So we know our one isn't going to Heilbronn. That's going to Stuttgart. That's going back the way we just came. And that's going to Stuttgart. So there's nothing else going to Heilbronn apart from the one that's just left. So you can't get from here to Heilbronn apart from on the same service. What about over here? Let's go over these platforms. There's a lot of platforms. There's so many platforms. You think there'd be lots of services going to different places. What have we got here? Heilbronn at 22:38. Might be a little bit of a wait there, because the next train is not for 13 hours. Okay, we'll have to go back to the menu then, won't we? Oh, it's a pig. Actually, we'll have a quick look at the number of stops first. We won't actually spawn into them. We'll have a look at the number of stops. So, Heilbronn, timetable, on foot. So, Stuttgart. Oh, hang on, I'll go the other way. Heilbronn there. Nordheim. Laufen. Kirchheim. Walheim. Bessingham, which is where we just came from. So we want to go that way. No, that's where we're at, isn't it? Beittheim, Bissingen. Tam. Asperg, Ludwigsburg Industry, Ludwigsburg, Korn West, Stuttgart, Stuttgart Nord, Stuttgart Depot, Stuttgart. Yeah. So there are a lot of stations, you just can't get to them all. Yeah, Stuttgart to where we just come from, or back to Stuttgart. You can't go... It doesn't go the other way. Hi, Michael. So that's just a depot move. The 425 goes to Stuttgart. So that goes back the same way. That's an Ittertal Barn one that is just short moves. The 140 is the one that's at the Kornwest to Heilbronn. Hang on. Hang on. We can do it. We can take a freight train from where we just got to Heilbronn, to Kornwest, and then do Kornwest to Heilbronn. Okay, let's do that, because I want to get to Heilbronn. Be learning about the joy of dust. Anybody dust? That's next year. Looking forward to giving that a go. Metro Rivals. I think April is the release for that. Oh, for God's sake, it's a tap change. Yes, this is where we just came into. Got a steering wheel, yeah. Oh, don't open the door. Open the window. Okay. That's in forward. Throw brakes on hold. That's brake key on. Okay. It's going to be fine. So this is, we just go into Kornwestheim. See if we can get back to Heilbronn. Right. Brakes are off. Brake pressure's dropping. Oh, God. Oh. That's wheel slip. Oh, blimey. Okay, there's movement. Always wheel slip again. It's fine. It's moving. We're moving. Oh, it's freight in it, so it's heavy. So it's just a case of getting. How long are we? Oh God. Okay, yeah, we're fairly long. Bloody hell. Yeah, I can't even see the front of the train. That's why it took a while to get going. Okay. Right, let's watch ourselves go past. Can we count the carriages, boys and girls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they're all different lengths. It's confusing. 9, 10, 11, 12. Should have done it in German, shouldn't I? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, Van Un, Van der, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I've forgotten now. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 carriages. We're counting in French. I thought I couldn't remember what 20 was in German. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count to 10 in German. At least I count to 50 in French. 20, yeah. Right, let's get going then. Put a bit of power on now. Oh, we got wheel slip at 46 kilometers an hour. It really doesn't like accelerating, does it? See now, logical question here now then. What's better for freight then? My brain doesn't work, well, full stop. But, I mean, to me it seems illogical to have freight trains pulled by electric, because we're so used to having freight trains being pulled by diesel. I have to slow down then, come off the throttle to stop the wheel slip. It's just about getting the power down, isn't it? I suppose that bit's no different because they're diesel electrics. So it's a diesel engine running electric motors. I suppose there's more instant... Well, again, it's the electric motors thing, isn't it? Still using electric motors to drive the wheels. Yeah, I suppose they do have diesels. Oh no, wheel slip again. Come on. Yeah, it's not liking getting the power down. I said we are quite long and probably quite heavy. Heavy. There's a reason I don't normally do freight. I will be having a German sausage. Oh, I wonder if I can buy a German sausage at that supermarket we're parking near. I think it might have a cafe. I should have a nice German sausage for my breakfast. Well, lunch by the time we get there. Before we go on the suspended railway. I'm so looking forward to that. Nice. No, yeah, I'm bringing in the power too quick. That's the problem. Is it with or without Nico? He won't get up. We know that. Yeah, definitely not the most rapid of freight trains. So this is on the main line. We're going to be holding up a lot of people. Will it take Nico's weight as he's bigger than an elephant? No, yeah, that's going in a separate carriage. He'll go on his own and we'll wait for the next one. So it's on it. So is that actually? Is it a train station we're stopping at then? Because again, I'm wondering if when we get to here, whether there will be a passenger train then going to Heilbronn. Because it'd be nice to do 2 4-line runs. We are still accelerating slowly. Yeah, 30 odd carriages. At least it's a decent weight. A decent length, as it were. I don't put much more power in. It would be 3 locos in the USA, yeah. Well, I think some of that is that their trains are longer than these, and I think their tracks aren't exactly flat. I think a lot of this is about just tractive effort, isn't it? It's just getting it going. Once you're going, you don't need that much power to keep going. It's just getting it moving. Yeah, not bad route. I did like that, the commuter bit. One of those situations where the route's good, I'm not a fan of the loco. We didn't try the other end, didn't try the 140 to see if that was step change, but I'm guessing based on the fact that the other end was step change, if that's controlling, if the dummy end was controlling the loco end, then it would have to be, because the two are linked. RBF is a marshalling yard. Okay. Who's Marshall? Isn't he the guy that builds amps? Dovetails announced their season of reveals. The Medway Valley line is coming. Class 375s through the Kent countryside. Some more German stuff. Oh, that's this one. And then New Rochelle to Harrison. Nice guy, Harrison. And then the Class 90 will operate on the West Coast Main Line, Euston to Milton Keynes timetable, and includes 5 authentic liveries. And the first Czech route is coming. Yeah, Dexter's son, Harrison. Yeah, Medway Valley Line. Travel through the idyllic Kent countryside with a debut route from community modders turned developers Firefly Simulations, packed with details including signal boxes, foot and level crossings, each with this bespoke information and realistic trackside clutter. Take to the cab of the Class 375 with new audio, GSMR functionality and guard mode. Yeah, I did get the information on them all last week. I think it's Southeastern as well. Isn't it down there? Is it Southeastern? So our ex-colleague will probably be exploding with excitement. GSMR is like ASMR, yes, Trent. Oh, God. Time to call this? It's 7:45. Right, so we're 2 miles from the marshalling yard. Well, I'm glad you showered because, you know, the smell. Hang on, there's been professionalism tonight. I didn't miss 2 stations. You can't prove that. Oh yeah, we're coming off the main line now. And I knew exactly what day of the week it was and what streams are coming up. We'll prove it when it goes on YouTube. Yeah, but you don't know where it's going on. I don't know where it's going on YouTube. I think it might be. Part of me thinks Boxing Day? I've got to watch the VOD back. No. You got to start Stranger Things. You know what? It took me 3 attempts to get past the first 5 minutes of the first episode of Stranger Things because it scared me. I'm not going to spoil it. There's 2 videos going out. Actually, there's 3 videos going out on Christmas Day. I know. I really like 2 of them. I like all of them, but one of them's a stream. But I really like the 2 that I've recorded for Christmas Day. No, well, actually, no. I really like them. Well, one's my normal Christmas message that about 2 people acknowledge. You should make the whole family watch them on Christmas Day. Don't do that. Yeah, pretty much the Christmas videos. There's 2 videos going out a day over Christmas. I know. One at the normal 9 a.m. and one at 5 p.m. Right. So, where are we in relation... Can I look at the map? So is that the station? Ludwigsburg to Kornwestheim. I'm just trying to find this. What are you? Kornwestheim Historic Railway Depot? So we know when... That's a lot of... Jesus Christ! That's a... Bloody hell's bells! That's a lot of tracks. So that's the main... Is this Kornwestheim? That's Ludwigsburg. So where's the other station then? Is it... So is there not... I'm just trying to say, is there... No, I'm just trying to think. Could we have walked to the station and then got the train to Heilbronn? But we can't. The station's not... Hang on. It's there. And we're here. Can we get... I wonder if we can get over there. Okay. Excuse me. It's going again. Right, where am I now? I'm there. We want to get... I forgot we tried to get where to get to now. Get a lift, yeah. I can't see us being able to get... So we've got to go... Hang on, if I run... No, because we're not about to move between those. The only way of doing it is to have gone back here and then run up that line. Yeah, I can't see us being able to do that because it's the other side of those houses over there. There's a bridge up here. Right, let's just run down here and see if we can... Hang on, what's that over there? Oh, balls. No. Okay, we've hit an invisible wall, so we can't go that way. Yet the lines over... You can see the overheads. I just want to get back to Heilbronn. That's... Where'd that train go? Or down there? That's many lines. Right, okay. So we can get over there. Where does this put us now? Right, we're there. And we've got to get over here. Which means... I don't know how close we're going to get. Because it's the other side of that wall we want to be. It's fine. Welcome to running on the track simulator. I know I said I wanted to get to Heilbronn. So it's like a main menu job. Yeah, but I wanted to... There's nothing that goes from there, though. Or what? Hang on. Was there... I will. We don't just run along the tracks. I think there might have been a... That's multiplayer, by the way, that Metro Rivals. Think of it as like Crazy Taxi on rails. The premise is in multiplayer, there's jobs to pick up from certain stations, and you've got to race to get there on like 2-track or 4-track railways. And I think it could be a bit of fun. Corn West time. That's switching. Hang on, what was that? Ah! Oh. Corn West time to Heilbronn, 1 hour and 12 minutes. That would take a while. That's going to Corn West time to Bissingen. Ah, Corn West time to... That's what we just did, wasn't it? Extra long stream. No, over Christmas. This is the same train, isn't it? Is it? No, it's a different train. Oh, braking force selector, traction force selector. Oh God. Okay. Right. That's long. Okay, so this goes to Heilbronn. So this gets us from Stuttgart to Heilbronn from the same place we just were. Yeah, 11:39. We probably want some lights on. The pants are up. Gauge light, headlight left. white. Headlight on. Headlight right. White. Aha, we have lights. Okay. Right. We don't seem to be going anywhere. Hang on, brake key. Oh God. Making noise. We don't appear to be moving. There seems to be a lack of movement. Hang on. No moving. Oh God, there's wheel slip. How long are we? That's... I think that's fairly long again. That's probably why there was a delay in actually getting us going. Right, okay, 31 kilometres to Heilbronn. Yeah, I like the line. I prefer the commuter aspect to it. I say the German routes aren't something that I normally do a lot of anyway. Some of them are really good. Yeah, this is me though, Rich. Hey, there was a moment where I was thinking I'm not actually going to manage to get this thing moving, but we're going. We're doing roughly the speed limit. As long as no one throws a red in our general direction, I think we'll be fine. If someone does throw a red in my general direction, then we're screwed. But at least we've done Stuttgart to Heilbronn in the one passenger train, Stuttgart to wherever it was in the commuter train, then from there to these sidings back here in a freight train, and then from those sidings to Heilbronn in another freight train. So we've done freight and both types of passengers in one stream, on one route, 2 full-line runs. Tick. Expert, professional, see? Showed you the commuter bit, showed you the full-line run bit, and showed you freight, all in one stream, and done 2 full-line runs. That's it. I have peaked. That is the pinnacle. Professionalism, as I keep telling you all. Look, we don't talk about mistakes. I had to miss those stations, otherwise we wouldn't have got it all done. What are you supposed to press anyways? Is that like some sort of touchpad on the side of the train. You go up and press it. I don't know what day it is. Okay, look, there was a moment of confusion because I'm used to doing train sim on a Tuesday night, which is why I said tomorrow night was the new game. I'll just never stream on a Monday again. It's fine. Wait till next year when I stop streaming on a Sunday. Can't see you paying $29.99. It depends on the sort of thing you like. If you like your German stuff, it's well done. Is this? Yeah, it's the same track that we came down on earlier, because I thought it was like a bit of a roller coaster. If I had to choose, you know, I've always said that. Actually, I've always said, because it used to be Train Sim Classic. If I had to stream and only create content on one game, it would be this now. And if within that I only covered one country, it would be the UK. And now there's so many UK routes. I think you could go round. I could go round all the UK routes, streaming one a week. And by the time you get round to doing them all, there'd be more routes coming out. And then you could do the freight stuff. And I never do scenarios. I just do timetable runs. Maybe that's the thing for next year. Should I start doing some scenarios? See what they're all about? Because literally, I never do them. Right, we've got 110 limit coming up. Yeah, and I did go for a spate of doing the train training, didn't I? Every time there's a new train out, I put out a video on doing the training in it. And I haven't done that. And that sometimes is a good way to learn the train. I just jump in, obviously. Right, so we obviously don't adhere to the 100. Oh, yes, we do. Okay, get a bit of speed on now. It's a trail now that's past the red signal. Yeah, I am changing up the streams in January. Train Sim World is going to be staying, so it will be Trains Tuesday still. I think there'll be something single player on a Wednesday. That's going to carry on, so I'm liking doing these new things. I think if farming carries on, that'll be on a Thursday. Friday night will be something multiplayer that we're now normally doing on a Thursday. And then something like trucking or coaches or whatever, that will be on a Saturday. Right, 27 kilometers to go. Yeah, this is easier to control. I think a tap change, well, in this instance, seems to be easier to control the speed rather than a step change. So yeah, if you want to watch some streams over Christmas, if you're new, I will be doing the Holiday Express. I think the 23rd of December. I'm going to be doing the Holiday Express. If you've not seen it, it's a route for Train Sim World where you're basically controlling a model railway at Christmas time. So a few little storyline things to follow about chasing down a naughty elf, collecting presents and things that aren't train based. A couple of little puzzles to solve in trains. But then because it's like a model railway route, what I did end up doing last year was hooking up trains and trying to do a loop of trains to go all round the track. So the back of the train was at the front of the train, or Thomas fit. I had an idea with Thomas. What I thought of doing, where I did the loop of trains in like all the 387s and stuff, what I thought about doing was Thomas, but just adding on lots of Annie and Clarabelles, and see how many Annie and Clarabelles Thomas could pull. The cinema tickets for Fackham Hall are on for Friday are on the 6% website. Excellent. I don't know when I can get to go and see that, but I will go and see that. I will go to the cinema. So yeah, so that'll be Christmas. 23rd, Christmas Eve. We got some Christmas Eve trucking and tunes using the Snowy mod in ETS2. Christmas Day, we'll be here in the evening doing some farming. And Boxing Day as well. We'll be here in the evening. We got some multiplayer stuff coming up. There'll be some bingo. We're doing some Cards Against Humanity and some Uno. We've got a quiz coming up. We've got some Golfing with Idiots coming up. So lunchtimes are going to be single player streams. Evenings are going to be multiplayer streams. The full screaming schedule is in the Discord server. I will be changing one of them. So I can go down to Southsea. It'll probably be the Saturday after Christmas. I shall cancel the lunchtime stream, but I will be back for the evening. It's not this Thursday now, it's next Thursday. Well, I've still got 24k to go. Yeah, it's next Thursday's bingo. This Thursday, don't know what we're going to do this Thursday. We'll decide that on Wednesday probably. Yeah, tomorrow more Train Sim World 6, so I'm going to be doing Northern Transpennine. Wednesday is new game, Parisian Brasserie Simulator, a bit like a cafe type thing. Thursday then something multiplayer. Friday night we've got a convoy in coaches in ETS2. That's going to be fun. And Saturday night is more repo. And then Sunday lunchtime is more farming. Carrying on our new farm. Yeah, I am speeding a little bit. Yeah, I like the route. It's not, you know, it's not very long, but obviously it's realistic. I can see why they've done it. They probably put it in because of these trains, or the passenger train we were in. Must be really tough because it's a big German audience for Train Sim World. So they've got to please that audience, a bit like when they do routes for the UK. They've got to please the UK audience. And Americans, they've got to please the American audience. So it's really tough to pick the routes. Yeah, I'm not normally a fan of freight, but I suppose if you like just trundling, it's a good way of seeing the route because you're generally going slower, apart from me now where I'm speeding. Right, who wants to see a train crash? Let's get the power down, shall we? Let's end in style. Full power. It might limit me out anyway. Because it's a reasonably high-speed track. So I don't know if this will be gearbox limited or electronically limited. It's fine, it's handling it fine. Okay, we've got 110 limit coming up shortly, which means it might get a bit twistier. Well, no, that's more than we got at the moment. We're at 100 limit, so no, it should get easier. If we can get around these corners, okay, we'll be alright. If we do make it all the way there without derailing, I've then got to try and stop the thing. Oh, that looks curvy. That looks curvy. I think we've reached terminal velocity. Hang on. Baldy! As long as we don't change tracks suddenly, I think we'll be alright. My hair fell out quick. Yeah, I'd say it was there this morning in the shower. Driving without due care and attention. Now it's Nico. Okay, it's going to be quite an uneventful trip now, I think. Got 13k to go. Speed awareness course or 3 points. Yeah, that's what Nico did. But yeah, I don't think the brake's going to be that good, so stopping could be interesting. That's a weird looking tunnel. When I get to the destination, hurry up and jump out. So you want me to jump out when I get to the destination? I'm not... I'm not turning into that sort of channel where I just crash trains. I used to do that in Train Sim Classic. I used to set a route to a track that had a dead end and just go flat out in every train. Eventually it gets boring. You suggested it. Well, yeah. I've not missed any stations this evening or gone through any red lights. Just don't listen to what the chat tells you. It's all lies. I'm a professional. I wouldn't go missing stations. The problem is, I think there'll probably be a red at the end. So if I jump out, the train's still going to run the red and it'll fail me. I'm guessing we'll find out in 8 kilometres. If there isn't a red, then it'd be quite interesting to jump out and just see the train whizzing past. But have a look, if there's a red, I'll jump out earlier. That's definitely quite bendy. See, this proves that you can drive a freight train safely on these tracks at these speeds. Well, yeah, I suppose if I'm not in the train, I didn't run the red, the train did. Oh, I like your get out clause. I wasn't in the train when it ran the red. Have we got a means of escape? How do I get out of this door there? Okay. Choo choo indeed. I can't give up the service. God mode isn't working because I'm on the release preview. I have no dog mode. Hang on, is that distance going up? I think it's because of the curviness. Yeah, I'm doing 128. We just want to get to the end, and chat's told me I got to jump out. Right, 5k to go. I'm not doing this tomorrow in the 101. Well, that's at walking speed anyway. Okay. So ahead of us, we've got a 40, then a 130, then a 40. I reckon that's a track change. So I reckon we might derail. Although that's 3k on that bar. Yeah, 40, 130, 40, 80, 60, 40. That's changing. We won't go through points at 90 kilometers faster. If you kindly fill out the details of your next of kin on that card, we'll know who to contact in the event you're on timely death on this journey. If you also like to fill out any usernames, credit card numbers, PIN numbers, passwords, etc., we'll make use of those as well. For your convenience, we have already ticked the Simpson Stuff life insurance box, and whatever you do, don't read the small print. Holy crap! Holy crap! How the hell did that go through that lot? Jeez. Right, there is a red. Bloody hell's bells. Right, I'm jumping. Oh, quality. I didn't run the red. The train ran the red. I wasn't in the train at the time. Oh, that was awesome. There we go. Yeah, not a bad route. That. What the hell's going on here? Nope, not that. Not a bad route, that. Stuttgart to Heilbronn, out tomorrow. Tomorrow night, going to be back with some Northern Transpennine, which I haven't done in a long while. And some trips in the 101. I thought I had a mod for that where it swapped it out for a pacer. But that's fine. We'll do some 101 stuff. An hour and a half, all stops service from... or eastbound. So we're going to do that tomorrow night. So an hour and a half, and then or maybe bring another one back again. So yes, that's tomorrow. Some Northern Transpennine. What can possibly go wrong? A manual gearbox train plus me. So there we go. Does it go near Stockport? No. Please don't go away. I'm going away. There we go. More trains back tomorrow night. Wednesday night, new game, Parisian Brasserie Simulator. Thursday night, something multiplayer. Don't know what yet. I've got ideas. Friday night, coaches in ETS2. We're doing a convoy in coaches in ETS2 on Friday night. That's going to be awesome. Saturday night, get ready to hide behind things with some more repo. And then Sunday lunchtime, back on the farm. Stockport doesn't exist. Exactly, it's a myth. There we go. Almost want to be in the room when Tycho watches Stranger Things. That'd be hilarious. There we go. Thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for that one for the last 2.5 hours. Thanks to LWD for the raid. And there we go. I will be back tomorrow night then to do some of the more of the trains thing. I now need to remember where we got to in the story. Stay tuned for story time at the end of the credits. But until tomorrow night, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. Ted came down the hill. Not like that. Pat passed a parcel to him over the wall. He was just saying, "Be careful, Ted, it's a bit loose," when, oops, it slipped and Ted dropped it. Oh no!